Hello, Ghana. Good evening once again. It's Wednesday, and as usual, the best show on television in Ghana comes your way. The Kapito show, the show that tackles issues that is very, very important to you, day to day, hour to hour, second to second. It's unfortunate that in this country, we don't want to do the right thing most of the time. Tonight, we'll be looking at a very special topic. And actually, even as you can see, I'm also guilty of it. Let me put it that way. My name is Kofi Osei-Kusi, aka Kofi Kapito. I will be discussing this important issue: time management. Time management. Time is very irreversible and irreplaceable. It said that time and tide waits for no man as the moment turns into seconds, minutes, hours, and days. Ghanaians have a relaxed attitude towards time when events are unnecessarily delayed. Time has become so much crucial in recent times that our discussion takes a look at how can we manage time properly. I'll take a quick break. When I come back, I'll introduce you to the guests. We'll start the discussion.
Yes, turn your life around with 400,000 Ghana cedis cash from the Unibank Super 360 promo. Just deposit 100 Ghana cedis in your Unibank account and maintain 200 Ghana cedis or more to stand a chance of winning 10,000 Ghana cedis in the first draw, plus 15,000 Ghana cedis in the second draw, plus another 15,000 Ghana cedis in the third draw, and plus the whopping 360,000 Ghana cedis in the ultimate draw. Remember, the more you deposit, the more your chances of winning. This promotion is brought to you in collaboration with the National Lottery on the Caritas Lottery platform in partnership with Airtel, Point Innovate, TNJ Services, Alba Logistics, and Graphic Communications. Unibank Super 360 promo. Ubeteni. Unibank, caring for you.
Welcome back. A show proudly brought to you by Unibank and Talo Oil. I have to my immediate right, actually two gentlemen. To my immediate right, I have a young man who I think his title, when I saw him, I thought he looked much younger. But he's a doctor. I'm talking about Dr. Kofi Osei-Kusi, life coach and motivational speaker. Dr. Osei-Kusi, you're welcome.
Thank you.
And then a man that I saw on television, and I say I need to get this man, actually both of them, but he, to me, I think I like when I see older people who realize that maybe we should go back to the drawing board and reinvent the wheel. I'm talking about Mr. Selete Nyomi, Executive Director, Center for Intercultural Learning and Talent Development. Mr. Nyomi, you're welcome.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be on your show.
Let me start the areas that we're going to look. Time management is a crucial thing for Ghana's development. Dr. Osei-Kusi, do you think Ghanaians really care about time?
Well, I don't think we care about time as much as we should. I don't think so.
Mr. Nyomi?
Yeah, well, I think whereas in some areas people are very mindful of time and are conscious of time, in most of the areas we have a big problem. We have a major problem with time management.
Should we be right if I say that is why maybe we are not developing?
Yeah, essentially. You know, the thing about it is that time is, probably the most precious resource that God has given us. you know, and everything else is superimposed on time. You can't talk about development without first and foremost, you know, setting that platform, that superstructure right, the infrastructure on which you build everything. Because it's like from the moment you're born to the moment you die, you're on a timeline. And that is why normally we talk about your age, because every moment that passes,
And celebrate your birthdays.
you celebrate your birthdays. And that is in itself should tell you something, you know. And I think we have a major problem, you know, when it comes to that. And that is one of the major causes of our underdevelopment. People, I think, are aware of time on the one hand, but they don't place value on time.
Dr. Osei-Kusi, let me ask, why do we have this attitude towards time as people in Ghana?
Well, it's very historical. But before I answer that, let me say a statement I normally like to say, that when your money is finished, you are not finished. When your food is finished, you're not finished. Even when all your friends leave you, you are not finished. But when your time is finished, you are finished. Your life is finished. Our life is equal to our time. Now, you see that there's a major difference between Western countries and Ghana, and how people respect time and keep to time and do things on time. I think it's historical. Even for Western countries, you realize that they have evolved over the years to improve their respect for time. Our attitude towards time is equivalent, you know, to the level of our wealth, the level of our development, and so on and so forth. I think it's just that we haven't discovered that, for instance, development is a science, all right? And so that it's something that you can follow certain rules and achieve. You know, many people think that, you know, you just perhaps are born to be wealthy, or you're born to be developed, or born to be advanced. You know, they don't realize that you need to follow certain rules and systems to be developed. And in our part of the world, people don't realize that time is so important. And if you can respect your time, and if you can do things according to time, you'll be able to see improvements in your life.
Viewers, let me just put the text line, please. Text line and the WhatsApp line. Please, people, today, text and WhatsApp only. Don't call the line. Don't send a hi message. Send your comments. It's very, very important to this topic that we are treating. Please, people, don't call the line. We will put the call lines out. This time is only for text and WhatsApp. To text 0244 223 828. I repeat, 0244 223 828. And to WhatsApp, 0200 800 434. 0200 800 434. That is 0200 800 434. You know, it's interesting. Even when you look at our Creator, He saw time as very, very important.
That's right.
So first He said, let there be light.
That's right.
And there was light.
Yeah.
So He even took time to even create the world.
Right.
Why we, let me put it this way, is it a black thing or is it a Ghanaian thing?
No, I don't think it's a black thing. I think it's an underdevelopment thing.
Sure.
All right. I've thought about this a bit, and this may surprise you, that to me, even corruption is a factor of mismanagement of time.
Sure.
Even corruption is a factor of mismanagement of time. For instance, you are seeking justice, and you've got to go to court. And for something that you need justice within 1 week, 1 month, maximum, it's going to take you 3 years to get that kind of justice. Now it puts pressure on you to try and go around the system so that you can get some sort of justice. You know, so you want to clear stuff from the port, and it should take you just a few days. And there are so many roadblocks your way that it compels people to try and go around. And so even corruption is a factor of mismanagement of time. We're not doing things on time, and so we've created a whole mess for ourselves.
You know what is interesting, right? You are a little bit past 50. I'll put it that way. What I find interesting in Ghana is as what you do, are we training the young people to respect time as we probably did not respect it, because we need to change and develop. The past is the past. What about the future?
Yes. The irony of it all is that we have systems in place which train people, to respect time. The question I often ask myself is, where do we depart from this training? Because when we go to school, if you're in a boarding school, for instance, you wake up at 5:30, they ring that bell religiously at 5:30. The first lesson starts at 7:20. Break is at 9:30, lunch is at this time, prep is at that time. We go through this for several years. But as we progress in life, it's as if we want some more freedom to play around with time. We place less value on time. That is what I think has brought us to where we are. It is not that we are not inculcated with these values. We inculcate it. We imbibe it when we are young. But then as we grow old, it is, I don't know, I think it's a search for freedom of some sort. And then laxity, we just want to have things done our own way this time. And in doing that, we end up losing so much.
You mentioned institutions, right?
Yes.
One day I got so angry.
Yeah.
Because, and it's still there, any government office, because I don't really care about the private places. I'm talking about what should protect everybody, because a private businessman can do whatever he wants. When you go to every ministry or every government place in Ghana, especially the big men, first thing the secretary will ask you, do you have an appointment with him? Does he know you are coming? You say no. Then they say you need an appointment. Then you say, okay, fine. Can I make an appointment? They will tell you, give me your number. When he is ready, we will call you. Doc, can we run our institutions this way?
No, not at all. We cannot. We cannot. And if you look at how much time we waste on ourselves and other people, it's incredible. We cannot. You see, it's high time that we know that time has monetary value, time has life value, time has development value, time has value for families, time has value for assassination. We cannot continue that way. And you realize that I think we just do things anyway, anyhow. When there's a major event, people just arrive like 1 hour late. And let me help, with what Mr. Selector said. It's endemic in our system, such that when you're trying to make a difference, it becomes so difficult. Like, I used to work for the High Commission, the Australian High Commission, and I realized that even for expatriates who are coming from advanced countries where they're really sticking to time, when they come here, after a while, you realize that they begin to go by what we call the Ghanaian time. Because you go for a function that is supposed to start at 10 o'clock, and it starts at 12 o'clock. And so after a while, you start thinking that if the function is 12, let me just calculate, and I'm going to get a 1 hour late or 2 hours late. And so it's so endemic in the system that after a while, it begins to change everybody to begin to flow on that course. But we can't let it go that way anymore.
I remember growing up, STC, the train system, Ghana Railway, even the only one that was not punctual was Ghana Airways.
Okay.
But STC says they leave at 12:05, it leaves at 12:05. The train says it leaves Kumasi at 11 o'clock at night to get in Accra by 6 in the morning. It leaves exactly what time. What has happened? That now, somebody called me yesterday that they want to go from Accra, Kumasi to Wa. They wanted to know the schedule for STC. I told him that you are on your own.
It doesn't exist.
What is happening, Senor?
Well, it's a system collapse, you might say. You see, the thing about all these things is that people try to stick to time, and then people also try to implement parallel systems which seem to work against systems that have been put in place. You talked about STC leaving at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock.
Yes.
They were managing their time properly.
Sure.
But then there's this other bus waiting out there. As soon as it's full, it goes.
Yes.
And then it gets to a point where STC says, well, it's 4 o'clock and I have only maybe half the bus full. Why don't I wait some more for the bus to get full? So that's what I call a system collapse.
But in other jurisdictions, it doesn't matter whether it's one person on the bus.
Exactly.
Two on the bus.
Yes.
They don't wait.
Yeah.
They go by
Yes.
the schedule.
Yes.
Or by the, what's they say? I say the schedule as America.
Yes, right.
Schedule. In
Yes,
Ghana,
right.
they say schedule.
Yeah.
They go by the schedule.
Yes.
So if I'm the only person,
Yes.
I have bought the ticket.
Yes.
Because I bought the ticket in advance.
Right.
That I know tomorrow I'm going to the STC.
Yes.
I leave at 8 o'clock in the morning. Give and take by 1
Right.
p.m. I should be in Kumasi.
Right.
If I'm the only one on the bus, why can't the bus driver take off?
Kofi, what we should be addressing is, do we respect each other? To start with, do we even respect God and the resource that He's given to us? Because in disrespecting time, we are disrespecting God, who is giving us a definite life time line in this life. And then we're also disrespecting others. If somebody has a contract with you, I'm coming on the bus, you should leave at this time, it's because the person has some other plans.
Is it because we don't want to die? That's why
And
we are delaying.
sometimes, well, I don't know. You know the interesting thing. I mean, if you're talking about we don't want to die, do you know how much time we have on this earth? I mean, if somebody is 70 years, 70 years, you might think the person may have lived for like 1 million or so days. The person has only lived for 25,000 days.
Wow.
Only 25,000 days. And if you want us to break it into hours, if you live for 70 years, you would have lived for barely 316,000 hours.
Wow.
316 hours. That's all you've lived, 70 years. And break it further to minutes, you've lived only 19 million minutes if you're 70 years.
Wow.
Which means, and the interesting thing, what's the population of Ghana? 26?
They say now 27.
27 million. So if you were supposed to be registering all Ghanaians, and you had to be taking 1 minute to register each Ghanaian, from the day you were born, you don't sleep. Just continue.
You can't
By the
register.
time you are 70, you would have registered only 19 million
90.
people.
You can't register even.
You know, this tells you how so short our lifespan is. I'm just bringing in this point for us to see the urgency in doing things. You know, this whole question about time management thing is so urgent. It's something that must be done here and now. It's not something we can postpone and think that it will happen. We have to really look at it in the face and decide as a people. I don't think we have anything like Ghanaian time and whatever
It's
time.
called Ghanaman time.
Ghanaman
Instead
time.
of Greenwich,
Meantime.
Greenwich Meridian time, it's changed to the Ghanaman time. GMT.
No. Time is time everywhere. We all have 24 hours a day, whatever part of the world you are living in, and all that changes whether it is 3 o'clock here or whatever is. You know, it's the geographical geographical location.
Yes.
That's what determines whether it should be 3 o'clock here.
It's morning in China now.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
But when we talk about 3 o'clock, there's only one 3 o'clock. Ghana, we say around 3 o'clock.
I'll come to your house, maybe 2:30.
Exactly. That's 2:30. So which is it? I'll be there
2:34.
Exactly.
You know,
And so,
Dr. Seko,
yeah.
you know, it is funny, right?
Yeah.
I tell her, they said Death decided to go and take a guy away because his name had come up that he's the next person to die. So when he went to the guy didn't want to go. The guy was crying, and the guy said, okay, you know what? It's late. So why don't you sleep? Tomorrow morning, then you can take me. So his wife prepared such a wonderful meal and everything. The guy's name was number 1. And when Death went to sleep, the guy wanted to play slick. So he changed his name from the top and put it down. So the next morning, Death said, you know what? Because of the way you treated me last night, I decided to start from the bottom.
That's a good one.
You can never cheat Death,
you know. Let me tell you what. Okay, I'll take a quick break, and I'll give you, when you were talking about the 3 o'clock, I'll give you another side of it, and I like Dr. Osei-Kusi. Viewers, stay tuned. We'll be right back. Remember, like I said, to text 0244-223-828 or WhatsApp 0200800-434. 0200-800-434. WhatsApp, text 0244 223 828. We'll be right back.
Yes, turn your life around with 400,000 Ghana cedis cash from the Unibank Super 360 promo. Just deposit 100 Ghana cedis in your Unibank account and maintain 200 Ghana cedis or more to stand a chance of winning 10,000 Ghana cedis in the first draw, plus 15,000 Ghana cedis in the second draw, plus another 15,000 Ghana cedis in the third draw, and plus the whopping 360,000 Ghana cedis in the ultimate draw. Remember, the more you deposit, the more your chances of winning. This promotion is brought to you in collaboration with the National Lottery on the Caritas Lottery platform in partnership with Airtel, Point Innovate, TNJ Services, Alba Logistics, and Graphic Communications. Unibank Super 360 promo. Ubeteni. Unibank, caring for you.
Show proudly brought to you by Unibank, Tallow Oil. Unibank, for all your bank needs, and especially now that they're doing the 360 promotion, make sure you go and do business with Unibank. Doc, you know, it is funny. My son is in the U.S. Army.
Okay.
And when he passed out, when he became, when he passed out of there, I went to San Antonio, Texas. And if you talk to him, Kodia, what time, he will tell you 1,700 hours, 1,200 hours, 1,300 hours. And my daughter was like, what is with you and 1,300? Apparently, the reason why they do 1,300 hours, there's only one 1,300 hours within the 24 hours. Right. So that you never make a mistake saying whether it's 3 p.m. or 3 a.m. So they say there are 100 hours. What I want to know, you know, other people, even leaders in Ghana, I can attest for my former boss, may he so rest in peace, the former vice president of Ghana, Alhaji Aliu Mahama. One of his pillars as a vice president was time. Okay, he did the best. But it looks like Ghanaians could not even understand what the man was trying to do. So the question I want to ask is it leadership that is not making us heed to the time?
I don't think so. I think it starts from the bottom. It starts from the bottom. It's true that everything rises and falls on leadership, and leadership has a role to set the standards, but the problem is at the individual level, because it is we, the individuals, who become leaders one day, all right? But there again, with our part of the world, the problem is with how we value time, how, it's about our level of understanding of the impact of time on personal development and national development. So we think that other things account for success, without knowing that our understanding and good management of time is what will account for the success of us as individuals. Now, I've discovered that, for instance, there are people who, like Richard Branson, who has over 400 companies, one man. How can one man run 400 companies? There are people in Ghana, one individual who can run 50 companies at a time.
And he's been to space and back too.
And he's been to space and back too. And it works.
Yes.
I've read quite a bit about Kwame Nkrumah, and I have a lot of respect for that man. Because even as a sitting president, Nkrumah was a great writer, he was a great reader, and he was a great sportsman, even as a sitting president. And so when I talk to young people and I find a student, he tells me, hey, I don't have time to do that. I'm like, you must be kidding me.
You have time to play video games.
You have time to play video games. I look at my own life, and I'm busy. But I can get many things done at the same time. So I hope as part of this show, we can talk about some of the skills to manage our time so well. Because I run a foundation for young people. I say
the day is only 24 hours.
It's all 24 hours. We all have the same 24 hours.
Yeah, but some people can afford to have 32.
There's a tree saying that goes like, you know what I mean? I mean, a human being can actually decide, sit back and decide that, right now, to somebody in Ghana, it's 6 a.m., they just decided what they want the time to be. And that is the reason why we are where we are, we're marking time.
You know, I heard one of these young people on the radio saying that Anadwe de Intiadian Santem. You know,
Okay,
you see,
correct.
I find it very, very interesting that the whole system, like you said, when we went to the various boarding schools, I don't know whether they don't do timing in the schools anymore. And even if they did,
Yes.
what happens once we leave those institutions?
That's the
And then we
question
come
I ask
into the
myself.
working world.
Yes.
Is it because the people who are in charge at the workplace? I'll give you a typical example. As you talk, Bill Gates gets to work every day at the same time. He's never been late before, unless he's not in town. So if Bill Gates is your boss and he gets at work by 6:45, you think the manager can get there at 8:15?
Exactly.
In Ghana, what happens?
Yes. No, that's it. I actually was going to just talk about that. That here in Ghana, you know, bosses get to work. They are the last to get to work.
Sure.
You know, so the congestion is normally around 8 o'clock. At between 8 and 9, you'll have a lot of traffic congestion because that's when bosses are going to work. You know, and if you don't set the example, you know, people get to work and they are unproductive because here in Ghana, people want to make sure the boss is there before
They will act.
they even pretend to be doing something. But bosses get to work when they feel like, and they have in some cases, I will not blame all bosses. In some cases, they have the longest lunch breaks.
Yes.
You know,
And they
so
go, they don't even come back.
And everybody, that's one of the reasons why everybody wants to be a boss. So that I can come to work late, I can mismanage the time anyhow, you know. So one thing is time must be linked with purpose. We must live as people who have a purpose, who have a goal, who want to achieve something. But many people see their work. You know something about work? I mean, when you go to some countries, you are paid according to the hours
Yes.
that you work.
Yes.
But here, you know, we are
It's the
happy
day.
the day.
The day.
You just go there for the day, and even that day, for how long are you even really productive? For some people, once I'm in there, it's okay to read newspapers all day.
Work lotto.
Once I'm there, it's, work lotto, WhatsApp, you know, all sorts of things, you know, to really, you know, that's how they spend their time. And that, to me, is stealing of time. We talk about stealing money. We all get so excited when somebody has stolen money or when somebody is taking a bribe and so on and so forth. But it's the same thing we do when we mismanage time. Because time is a resource. Actually, time is a currency because you can exchange time for anything.
Anything else.
You can exchange time for the love you have for your family, the time you want to spend for your family. Being with your family, you can exchange time for money. You can exchange time for several things. So if you waste time, particularly time that you are paid for, then you are stealing time.
Doc, let me ask you, since you do motivational speeches, and what can we do, or what are the things that can be done to improve as individuals and then as a nation? Let me ask this question. Is it important for us to have, I mean, what's the essence of us having diaries and we don't even keep appointments?
Absolutely. I like this question because I think that's where we should spend time on. You see, because